In Their Image, Main Character Energy by Ginny Jones. You were never meant to worship the main character. You were meant to become one. I've heard the phrase, main character energy, more times than I can count, usually from people trying to name something they feel but don't fully understand. For just a moment, I wondered if I had it, and then I laughed, because of course I do. We all do if we dare to tap into it. Most forget or surrender it for approval, for doctrine, for curated life paths, for borrowed blueprints, the American dream, for instance. We hand our own scripts to others, never realize they wrote us in as a supporting role in their story, and wonder later why we're unsatisfied, discontent, hurt, angry, unseen, and misunderstood, recognizing that something is missing. What's missing is you. Not me. Not anymore. As a child, I knew to study the characters, learn the archetypes, rehearse the role, but one day I realized if you wear the mask too long, the mask becomes a part of you. I learned I needed to begin writing my own lines, and I began with a simple question. If this were a scene in a movie or sitcom, how would my main character move through this moment? This is intentional creation. This is management, authorship, ownership. Will this play out like a plot twist, a gentle segue, or are we going improvisation? I learned to move with awareness, which became my intention, and now it's become my craft. Much of who I am was consciously drafted by my own hand, but there are some quiet notes and strange lines that were scribbled into the margins by others. What they call faking it till you make it was never about deception. It was about becoming. A holy rehearsal, really, because imitation is sacred. We mirror what we admire, not to become a copy, but because all learning begins with a template. All becoming begins with mimicry. Even Jesus, the great archetype, was not given to be worshipped. He was given to be emulated. Let us make mankind in our image, the divine said, in our likeness. To be made in the image of something, etymologically, is not just to look like it, but to imitate it, to mirror it, to become like it through action and embodiment. Image is a Latin word meaning to imitate. We were created for the purpose of imitating God in all his power and glory. This leads me to believe we can. However, in the 14th century, the meaning became something else entirely. It was twisted to mean a reflection of, and that's not quite the same now, is it? Now let's look at likeness. Like means having the same characteristics or qualities as another. And ness is a word-forming element denoting action, quality, or state. What we are being told is not to endeavor to act like, nor to recreate ourselves in the image of. We are already that, and we have been all along. We were never commanded to try to become like God. We were told that we already are. To imitate is not to pretend. It is to activate. To embody likeness is to become. This is why energy is contagious. We've all heard it said, be careful who you surround yourself with. It's because energy, if left unchecked, will either rewrite you or destroy you. I have known both, and I've absorbed pieces of others. I've imitated strengths, borrowed voices, adopted the armor of those I admired. One soul blessed me with a strength I didn't know I lacked, and he can't ever take it back, because I didn't copy that energy. I observed, admired, and absorbed. I emulated it, and I emulated it until I embodied it. See what he created within me? We are all created in their image. There are many creators, and many gifts were imparted. They were never meant to be hoarded. They are meant to be shared. Emulation and embodiment is the way. Think about it. We gift people with pieces of ourselves all the time, often without realizing it. The key is becoming truly conscious of the nature of the gifts you're bestowing, even more so the gifts you're being offered. That's main character energy. That is the narrator's energy, director energy, creator energy. I don't perform for the storyline anymore. I author it. I'm not here to play a part. I am the reason the script exists. We all came with a script, pre-written to a point, but at some point, you have to begin writing your own story, consciously and with intention. Surround yourself with those of equal yoke, not sameness, but alignment, and assign them roles in your story. Some become part of the script and carve out their own roles. Some are only meant to be a cameo in your story, brief, recognizable, and gone before the credits roll. Others are background extras or bit players. You decide. Make sure the story written in the book of life is your story. Let the others cosplay. Let them chase aesthetics. Let them adopt curated traits and call it identity. I am here to embody. I am here to learn how to walk in the likeness of my creator.